Hey everyone, I got an article I want to read to you that just goes to show how the mainstream media, you know, is so far behind what we knew for months. I've been reporting on this for months and trying to wake up people so that they don't wait for the last minute. Now, as for myself, like I told you in the past, and I hate to repeat myself, but whatever comes, whether it's in the form of a war in Saudi Arabia, and that's going to cause the oil to skyrocket more, or shortages in food, really doesn't affect me because I've been preparing for this for months and months. So I've been trying to wake people up. I have around, I don't know, I wouldn't say about $100,000 worth of food, but I have a couple of $1,000s worth of food and water, and that should keep me. So it won't affect me whatever happens, but I just want to read this article, guys. And this just goes to show that what I've been saying, what other people have been saying, and telling people to prepare is 100% true. And I'm just reading this off of the MSNBC area, so it's easier for me to get through this. And this was dated Friday, April 15th, today. It says Americans, this is the title, Americans are paying more for food and gas. Wow, really? Holy mackerel, what a breaking news story. This is by the Associated Press. Americans are paying more for food and gas, a trend that could slow economic growth in the months ahead. The Consumer Price Index rose 0.5% in March, the Labor Department said Friday. That matched February's increase, the largest since the recession ended in June of 2009, which, of course, we know the recession did not end. In the past 12 months, the index has increased 2.7%, the biggest rise since December 2009. Excluding the volatile food and gas categories, the so-called core index rose 0.1%, and it is up only 1.2% in the past year. Consumers are spending more, but the steep rise in food and gas prices could limit their ability to purchase discretionary goods and services. Consumer spending makes up 70% of the economic activity. Rising inflation has caused many analysts to reduce their estimates for economic growth in the January to March quarter from roughly 3% or higher to as low as 1.5%. So they're saying what they estimated, just cut that in half. Okay? Gasoline jumped 5.6% last month and has risen nearly 28% in the last year. Consumers paid an average price of $3.81. That's average. Here it's much more. Here it's closer to $4.05. A gallon nationwide on Friday, according to the travel group AAA. Food prices rose 0.8% last month, the largest increase in almost 3 years. Prices for fruits and vegetables, dairy products, chicken and beef all increased. Coffee costs rose 3.5%. So I know everyone likes coffee. That went up also. Separately, the Federal Reserve said U.S. factories produced more consumer goods, business equipment, and raw materials in March, boosting manufacturing activity for the 9th straight month. Overall industrial production increased 0.8%. Factory production, the largest single segment of industrial production, increased 0.7% last month. Manufacturing has been a key driver of economic growth since the recession ended. I like how they keep saying the recession ended. That continued last month, even with supply chain disruptions stemming from the crisis in Japan. Manufacturers, food processors, and other producers are facing higher costs for oil, grains, and other commodities, but only some of those increases are reaching the consumer. Many retailers are reluctant to pass on the higher prices for fear of losing price-conscious customers. Yeah, I mean, a lot of retailers are really trying not to raise the prices because they know once they raise the prices, they're going to go elsewhere if they can. Consumers have seen wages and salaries stagnant in the past year, limiting their ability to pay more for many goods. According to a separate government report Friday, average hourly earnings for all employees adjusted for inflation dropped 1% in the past 12 months. Stagnant wages are a big reason why most Federal Reserve policymakers say the spike in gas and food will have only modest and temporary impact on inflation. Well, now we can just do the opposite of what they say and what to expect. Just do the opposite of what the Federal Reserve policymakers are saying. So they're saying that the spike in gas and food will have only a modest and temporary impact on inflation. So you can take that and decide for yourself. Nothing here to change the Fed's view that the surge in commodity prices can be ignored as long as it doesn't lead to second-round effects in wages and core inflation, said Paul Ashworth, chief U.S. economist at Capital Economics. So that's what I wanted to read to you. I felt it important. Now, I know a lot of you were saying they know about this and they prepared and they prepped and all that, and they know exactly what's going on. But this just goes to show, guys, you know, how way ahead we are of what's going on around us. And the mainstream media is just trying to wake us up now that we're in the thick of it pretty much. So that's just amazing. Anyway, I just thought I'd report on that, and, you know, keep the comments coming. I do try and read them all. But it's kind of hard. The news changes so often now that it's really hard to keep up. But I'll do my best. Take it easy, folks. Stay safe. Bye.